zero interest in John Moran on this basketball team.
Why?
Yes, he got. I disagree a little bit.
Okay.
I disagree
okay.
a lot, actually.
It's
but
okay. It's
okay. I want to hear from you. Yeah.
Let me run from rookie year to today. 67, 63, 57, 61, 9, and 50. Games played. 6 so far this year, excuse me. He's a scorer who's declining in scoring. He's electric. He's man, I'm trying to say this the right way. He's essentially De'Aaron. Like maybe he's a little better. Maybe he's a little worse. I'm not really sure. I think I'm good.
I feel like at Jaw's best, and who even knows what this means because we might be past it, but at his best, he broke through that ceiling Darren couldn't get through, I feel. But again, it's like I don't know if that player's still there.
So so that's it.
We're like he
broke through that ceiling, but did he live there?
No, he
like he got he got a little condo, but that lease ran out and he didn't renew.
He had his moment, and then he got suspended, and then he got hurt, and we still haven't got back on track yet. That's kind of what it's been, I feel.
First of all, would you execute that trade that TC presented?
No, not the one TC presented.
Okay.
No. Right. Now.
Yeah, you lose your boy in that.
I know. I know. Now, there's another trade proposal that I came across this morning that I'd lose my boy in that one too, though. And that's tough. And let me know what you think about this one.
Can I ask one more thing before you do this? Because I don't know. Am I wrong for thinking De'Aaron is better than Ja Morant, but Ja Morant had a better singular season than De'Aaron ever had?
You're not wrong for it. I always said the difference between the two of them was Ja was relentless on the offensive end. Absolutely relentless. I think he's probably a little bit better of a passer as well. De'Aaron is a far, far better defender. And
far better.
He's a better shooter. I don't know if it's drastic. No, Fox is a better shooter. It's not drastic.
Yeah.
I think I trust him more with his jump shot.
Okay.
I think they're about the same.
That's fine too. That's fine too.
There's things that one does better than the other.
Yeah.
But I think they're about the same.
Go ahead.
So Bleacher Report had a proposed trade. It's a 3-teamer with the Grizzlies, Kings, and Nets.
This is a Kenny Caraway original?
No, Bleacher Report.
You said Bleacher Report. Yeah. Okay.
3-teamer, Grizzlies, Kings, and Nets. The Grizzlies receive Malik Monk, Keon Ellis, Dennis Schroeder, 2026 unprotected from the Kings, 2027 first rounder from the Kings. That's the Spurs pick. The Kings receive Ja, Gigi Jackson, and Jalen Wilson. The Nets, Dario Saric, 2026, 2029 second round picks. They don't say specifically from who. The 2026 unprotected from the Kings is the one that it gives me a little pause. But man, I'm thinking about it. My biggest thing is with Ja, and if you're the Kings, you're going to have to take a risk somewhere. And I don't know, that doesn't mean right now has to be the risk, or this is the guy that you risk it for. But anybody that you trade for, there's going to be a reason why they're on the trade market.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be some warts.
You used to call them warts.
Yeah, there's going to be some warts to them. Change of scenery.
Mm.
You get Ja with Doug.
Mm-hmm.
Russ.
DeMar,
Scott Perry.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about trading the 2026 unprotected first. I'm not saying that this guy is amazing or anything like that, but soften the blow a little bit by getting a guy like Gigi Jackson, who I think is really good, really, really good young player. I haven't decided. I've got the Grizzlies on hold right now for that trade. I got them on hold.
I think that trade from Bleacher Report is just a bunch of words and names that they put into a trade machine that made it, and it worked. I don't hate it. Just go ahead.
Ja Morant's got a reputation to him. Fair or foul now at this point. Are the Kings an organization that can kind of bring that in? And
no,
we don't know that. We don't know
That's
that.
kind of one
we
of
don't
my
know
biggest
that.
questions too.
We haven't seen these two. We haven't seen Doug and Scott. We haven't seen them.
Okay, but
that wasn't Jesse's question. Jesse's question was with the Kings organization, an organization that could do that. History says no.
Right, but it's under a different. Well, outside of Vivek, obviously, it's under different leadership.
I guess bringing John Morant house, but it's like also like how tired are the Kings to Doug Christie right now?
Well, that's a question too. That absolutely is a question.
Apparently, they owe him $10.50 for the next 2 years.
That's a question too. But
Ja owed, by the way, 42. Ja owed 42.1 and 44.8 over the next 2 seasons. He's absolutely getting traded.
I think so too.
I just don't think it's to here.
I think somebody said, I saw it on Twitter. I wish I would have kept it. The initial thought is there isn't
the amount of things that you see on Twitter that would be so helpful for this radio show.
Well, as of late, I've done a good job of bookmarking when I see.
That might have been Mark's time, but I'll find it right now.
Was he the one that said?
Don't quote me on it, but I saw the same tweet.
Yeah, whereas like the market might not be that robust for Ja Morant, if existent at all.
That makes sense.
It would be a Kings-like team that would take a chance.
Brian Windhorst, excuse me.
Brian Windhorst.
Wow. Was he in the gym when he said it?
It was on the Hoop Collective, their little podcast. With
I don't know if he does that in front of his high school
Hickory
gym backdrop. Yeah. Tell me. Okay, let me ask you a direct question. No caveats. Just, do you want Ja Morant on this basketball team?
Yes.
Okay.
I take
Jesse.
Yes,
I
was about to say I take him.
I don't love the unprotected first round pick because I don't know where the season is going yet. But I've always been a Ja Morant believer.
If the market ain't there, you probably don't have to do that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's not a robust market or whatever, then yeah.
What does he bring to this basketball team?
He brings star power. He brings offensive ability.
I'm still holding on to Ja when he first broke out. I'm still holding on to the hope that player's still there. And like Casey said, at this point, unless it's the draft, you're gonna have to be a little creative trying to get one of those type of players in here.
He is when he's, and this is the caveat, right? Like you never know, but when he's right, there isn't 10 bigger stars in the league.
Okay.
And he wins.
I know what you mean.
And
like
that's,
it's
that's on your team.
Fine. Yeah,
that's on your team. Talking about impact on the court. Talk about impact at the ticket sales. Impact around the league, notoriety. When he's on, he is one of the true stars in this league.
In that proposal, Ja with Zach and DeMar. And Domas.
And here's the other thing that has me thinking about it as well. No disrespect to my mans. Y'all know how I feel about Malik.
This is gonna be tough.
You know how I feel about Malik and Keon, and I like Dennis. You know how I feel.
I'm sorry, I love you, Ric Flair, Shawn
It's
Michaels.
gonna sound away, and I don't mean it to sound away.
Yeah.
What are you giving up? And I'll say this. Put any of those other guys in there as well. What are you giving up? You're not giving up much of. You're not giving up the franchise to go get a potential franchise.
That's not. Like, I'm with you.
I only said not to say that you didn't say, but I'm just saying that's the argument to like, what do you have to lose?
Yeah, like you have in Ja, you have Malik times 10 with all due respect to our brother Dennis, who I like, Russ just steps in for him and is the starting point guard. And who was the third one?
Keon.
I'm not going to say anything bad about Keon, but I think there's a certain reality that needs to start setting in with Kings fans when it comes to Keon Ellis. And it might not be he might not be as impactful as you think he is. He played what, 12 minutes the other night, 13 minutes?
I think so. In the game on
I
Saturday?
ask you like the box score isn't somewhere here on my screen.
The game on
Keon Ellis, I'm sorry, he played 16 minutes. Apologies. He played 16 minutes the other night. I don't see anybody tweeting out plus minus numbers today. Does anyone want to do that? Do you need my help? If anyone out there who tweets plus minus numbers, not like Chris Biederman did. Chris Biederman tweeted plus minus numbers without any commentary. But for those who love to tweet plus minus numbers as some way to accentuate your point, please, I am happy to help. Let me help you. Do you want to fill everybody in?
The highest plus minus by far on Saturday afternoon for the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah.
Was one Russell Westbrook at plus 14.
But wait a minute. But wait, no, come on, Kenny, stop. But what was Keon then?
Keon was a -2. Russ was a plus 14. There was nobody else over plus. Oh, there's an 8. Sorry. Plus 8. It was 8, 5, and 4. Those were the only pluses. And Russ had 14.
Anyways, with the group of players that you're right. I get it. You're not losing anything. What I'm trying to figure out is what are you gaining? So you talk about the notoriety. You talk about star power. How does that help you on the floor? Because you have Ja, who, Ja's it's just, part of the De'Aaron conversation. He's a 7-8 assist guy. Like that's what he does. But you also have, DeMar and Zach, and we're trying to figure out how to get all of these guys to already, learn to play together with one ball. Then you got Domantas Sabonis as well.
I think you're bringing in Ja, though, here, like thinking of him being here past those guys as well.
He doing what?
Like Ja Morant's here beyond those guys. Like he's
a part of your next step.
Ja Morant, Keegan Murray, Nate Clifford, Domantas Sabonis, maybe.
Nick returned on Saturday, by the way.
He did look a little rusty.
I think the only hang up for me with Ja and the Kings is just a matter of if you believe he can get back to what he was, and if the Kings are an organization that can kind of handle him right now. I don't think you're trading anything crazy for Ja Morant at this point. And at that point, those are only two questions for me.
And the other aspect to what Jesse just said, when you talk about trading anything crazy for Ja Morant, there's nothing crazy to trade. Like even if you traded Domantas Sabonis, is that a crazy trade with where this franchise is and what the outlook on this roster is for Ja Morant?
A little bit. I mean, I don't know. Like, are you still? It's Kyle's thing earlier about retooling and rebuilding. Are you retooling or are you rebuilding? Because I feel like if you get Ja in, particularly with Domas and Keegan and like you guys were laying out a second ago, that feels like you might be able to. It's what we've been talking about. Like, how can you retool this thing, knowing you're going to be moving on from Zach and DeMar and some of these guys in the very, very foreseeable future. Domas does feel like it's mainly because of his position on the floor. Yeah, you don't have anyone to replace that. You're starting the process of breaking this apart.
Right.
Because and I'm talking about because of his position on the floor, like all of your talent it's still in one spot.
But when I say that, I say once again, no disrespect, but Domas by himself is not taking you anywhere. He's not a franchise player in that respect. So
I understand.
It would almost be like when he was here, if you traded De'Aaron for Ja Morant, like De'Aaron at the very least was looked at like, no, that's your franchise. Like you're gambling your franchise for Ja Morant because De'Aaron could be, he's shown the ability to score, do all this other stuff, carry a team, make it to the playoffs and all this other stuff. And you're trading that for a risk on Ja Morant. With Sabonis, in this once again, it's not shape, but you're trading a guy who on a really good team is probably the third best player.
Mm-hmm.
You're trading that for a chance at John Morant. I'm not saying it like it's a no-brainer or nothing like that. It's something
I
to
still
think
don't
about.
like it. I'd still rather do
Understandable.
The trade you proposed earlier.
I'd definitely rather do that.
Yeah.
I'd once again, don't get it twisted. I'd rather have him here with Sabonis.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. But it's more so when I say that, it's more so the state of the franchise. Like you don't have that person that's no, we got to hold on to this guy. That'd be crazy to get rid of. You don't have that guy.
For sure.
Even with how Zach LaVine is playing.
Yeah.
I don't look at him that way. So
and the idea is you might be acquiring one.
Right.
Because we've seen it. We're just not currently seeing it.
Does he feel like a Scott Perry guy?
That's the other part that I didn't know to answer your
the
question.
Names that we've heard.
No.
Who is the Scott Perry guy?
It's a great question.
Besides Russell Westbrook. Who is a high level Scott Perry guy? Yeah, right.
I don't know. It feels like a Drew Holiday would be a Scott Perry guy. That type of pass first. I mean, obviously Dennis Schroeder.
So does he not like stars?
I don't think he likes.
Are stars not cut in the mold of what Scott Perry likes as a player?
I don't think Scott Perry likes.
I guess he likes Wemby, but I don't know outside of that.
I don't think he likes small, offense-only point guards.
Well,
and he's not alone with that.
There's some history to prove that.
The only one that I could think of that he went and got one like that was Emmanuel Quickley. And Emmanuel Quickley can shoot, but that's kind of like Trae Young. But
rumors are he's not a big fan of Trae, and he's not a big fan of Jalen Brunson. Just for fun, do with it what you will. Ja, 17.8 points per game, 19.1. His third season, he explodes for 27.4, 26, 25, 23, currently at 20. That's where Ja Morant is right now. The medium that we get to be a part of every day has changed, right? Like, it's not just you and I sitting in a studio with Jesse and we're just talking to each other for 4 hours. Maybe people call in or whatever, send emails. Like, we have a group across multiple video streaming platforms that's up to about 1,100 people right now who can share their feedback instantly. And we talked about diehards earlier, and I always have these moments when being at the arena, and having been at the arena twice in the so far this season, and like your boy been there to full time.
Look at him.
Look at him. So I've had the opportunity to talk to a lot of people, and because I promise this long-winded story has a point. The number one thing people said to me after Where's Kenny was, hey man, I love Russ. And I thought, like, that's cool. Like, obviously, like, I get it. They're saying it to me for a reason. Like, I get that. They listen to the show. They know I love Russell Westbrook, but it's also like, we get caught up in Twitter. We get caught up in the chatty house, and we think that's everybody. Mm-hmm. It's not everybody. I like this team. I heard that a lot last night. I heard that a lot against the Lakers. I like this team. Like, I don't know what it means, man. It feels like there's talent here. They might ask why we're not playing Keon. Last night they asked what's going to happen when Keegan comes back. Like, those are questions that are had, but it's not, I hate this team. When you open social media, which I did for maybe 6 minutes last night, and even just looking at the chat, I saw something when we were on the Insiders. What's the point? What's the point in all this? Like, man, if you just want to be that miserable, then be that miserable. Like, sports is supposed to be an outlet where you have fun. And I've had the opportunity to go to these games as a fan rather than a media member and have fun. I've watched bad basketball in this city as a fan before. It's not fun. I don't care how much you like one of those players on the team. It's not fun. That's not this group. Right. This group is not that. and they have moments. We need to have a discussion about Keon Ellis today. And it's not going to be a discussion speaking to the chatty house and speaking to Twitter. You're going to hate this discussion because I think some of you need to ask yourself a question. And I'll give you time to prepare for this. Everyone. Kyle Madsen's got his stats. I'm going to give everyone time to prepare for this. What makes you think you know something about a player that every coach who has coached him doesn't? Sit with that, and we'll get back to it later. But I'm with you. They're not far. I don't know, nor do I care what this means for next year. I don't know, nor do I care what it means for 2027. That's not my job. I might not be here next year. Hashtag Kyle Shanahan. I enjoy this basketball team. You can see it on the floor. They communicate. They aren't necessarily doing what they're supposed to be doing on the defensive end. That is crystal clear. But they're communicating to each other. And oftentimes, Keon, Russ, hell, Drew Eubanks, they're communicating to each other aggressively. And every once in a while, they're pulling Nick aside. I saw Max pulled aside 3 times. Like, hey, you saw Doug last night. I think it was in the fourth quarter. Pull Drew Eubanks out the game, stand him on the sideline, and they're having a very animated discussion about something that went wrong on the defensive end. These guys are communicating with each other. They don't have it all figured out. Now, whether they figure it out, I don't know. But there is something there. And I'm not talking championship. I'm not talking about OKC's biggest threat. I'm talking about there's something there in terms of a good basketball team.
I'm with you 100%. And there's a certain level of, and it's something that maybe I appreciate that maybe others don't because they can't get past, the long-term plan and all this other stuff. But these guys give a damn. Like you talk about the animated conversations that are had, between Doug Christie and players and each other. And, like they seem like they give a damn.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm with that. Like, I'm with that. I want to see guys that care about their craft, that care about what the outcome is, or like I said, the name on the test. And that's what these guys do. Mm-hmm. Like they care about winning or losing, about competing. And are they going to win every night? Obviously not. Are they some championship team? Obviously not. But man, that's why I said in the Insider, like we try to wear it like as a badge of honor here in this city, and rightfully so. I'm not discrediting anybody, but like, we're blue collar. We just want you to work hard. Mm-hmm. That's literally what this team does. Mm-hmm. And there's a contingent of people, and that's they can do what they want to do. I'm not here to police them. But if we are about that, if we are about like, hey, just work hard and put your blue collar shirt on, and we're gonna love you here, then let's be about it. Then, if things have changed, if that was cute when we were a younger basketball franchise here in Sacramento in a different type of city, and things have changed, and all we care about is wins and losses and the process of how we get to those wins and losses, then say that. But if you're not gonna have a certain level of appreciation for what these guys are doing, please don't bring up all we want in this city is for you to try hard. Don't say that no more. Don't say that, because that's not the truth if you don't have an appreciation for what these guys are doing.
All right. Zach LaVine is out tonight. Domantas Sabonis is out tonight.
Kenny Caraway, who shot 6 of 16 20 years ago, is in.
He ain't going to rebound, and he ain't going to assist.
It's not my job.
But he going to get them shots up.
It's not my job. I am a shooter.
Kenny's never lied, by the way. Like, that box score pretty much proved everything he's ever said.
It's not my job.
Yeah, he's the guy on the team. He's going to get the shots up, and that's it.
I was, and the offense was like, It was like a one-on-one type offense. So it was like we didn't have a lot of assists at all. Like even if you give it to somebody else, it's their time to go. That's all it was.
Who was a tougher matchup, that Australian team or Kenny Smith, Chris Mullin, and who else did they have?
Ooh.
The Australian team. Isaiah Ryder, the Australian team. They beat the crap out of us. Patty Mills couldn't really stay in front of him. He was hella quick, could shoot or whatever. Somebody pointed out, and I didn't even realize this because I was guarding Patty Mills. He had 8 turnovers in that game. Your boy was locking up.
Oh, that
Your boy was
you.
making it difficult out there. He was making it difficult. And I think that's my boy David Persico who tweeted that thing out. I think that's who that is. Shout out to my boy David Persico. But he pointed out, he said he doesn't know if Patty Mills ever for the rest of his career had another higher turnover game in his career.
Okay.
Your boy had him flustered. Your boy had him flustered. Okay. He was seeing 3 of me.
Okay.
I believe you got second. This feels wrong. Hold on. I'm looking this up.
No need to fact check.
No, because you might be right.
The boy had him flustered out here, man. He came over to America like, yo, I'm not ready for this.
Patty Mills had 15 points and 8 assists in that game, unlike Kenny, who just didn't pass the ball.
Yeah, but he had 8 turnovers. Again, what was his plus minus, sir?
That's what I'm saying.
There's no plus minus here.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not efficient basketball.
No assist to turnover ratio.
Yeah.
Bro, they turned the ball over 31 times.
They were just messing around.
Did you see they shot 70% in the first?
They turned the ball over 31 times and beat you by 23. Wait a minute.
Beat the crap out of us. I said, oh, no. That was our first game of the season, too, by the way.
How did this? Well, they hit their free throws. No. You guys actually shot about the same amount of free throws. 24 of 34 in the first half is crazy.
And only a slightly better 17 of 27 in the second half.
Oh, my gosh. That's tough.
Oh, man, yeah.
This box score is providing endless amounts of content. This is a window into Kenny Caraway's soul right here.
They should have played me more. I told Coach I was ready to go 40 minutes if need be. Why I only played 21, I don't know. That's malpractice. That's malpractice.
I mean, minutes. Patty Mills played 32.
That's what I'm saying. I needed to be matched up with Patty Mills.
I'm 6 years into Patty Mills' career right now. And so far, Kennedy does have the Patty Mills turnover award record. How much was it? 6?
8.
It was 8.
Oh, yeah. We haven't come close to that.
Again, they turned the ball over 31 times.
Lock that boy up. I locked that boy up. Patty know what time it was. He came over to the States. He's like, damn, I got to work on my game, man. These dudes, they be locking up. It was like 4 of them out there.
This story is going to evolve into Kenny made Patty Mills a pro because he realized when he came to America, he had to get better.
Crazy.
Alan asking, did Kenny make his teammates better?
Did I play winning basketball?
Did KC play winning basketball? This man took 16 shots, the closest on his team, two other players, one of which was 7 of 9 and led the team in scoring.
That was my boy Psycho.
2 other players took 9 shots. Meanwhile, Casey out here 6 of 16. Bruh. What are you doing?
I had to score. I had to get him up.
Officially, he is the Patty Mills stopper. Patty Mills' most turnovers in a game is 5 in his NBA career.
Stop playing with me.
So one day, Patty Mills is going to be on a podcast like, yeah, NBA was fine. But there was just this one game against Cal State East Bay with this one guy, Kenny Caraway. I turned the ball over 8 times against him.
Yeah. You knew what time it was.
Yeah.
He said, yo, I got to step my game up.
Mm-hmm.
I got to step my game up.
Can we get?
They had played the night before too, or 2 nights before against Dominican. So they already had gotten used to playing with each other. That was our first game of the season.
I can't believe I went through Patty Mills' whole career for that.
And what is Procycle doing putting up this game, man? Why don't you put up when I had 36? Why don't you put that one up, Procycle? Come on, big dog. Dang.
Let's see here. This is fascinating. I just did it. What years were you there?
04, 05, 05, 06.
Because I just did a search here and found Patty Mills St. Mary's stats. Oh no, he was
long gone at that point. Yeah. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
I ain't got nothing.
What are you doing?
I got nothing to do with that.
No, it's different. Hang on. I'm trying to find.
He had already worked on his game at that point.
Well, here we go. This is what we're looking for right here. There's Patty. All right. We're going to find how many times Patty Mills turned the ball over. This is going to take me longer than I realized.
Jesse found
Stand by.
He said,
no. That's his pro career.
His NBA.
Oh, he wouldn't turn it over in college outside of me. He wouldn't turn it over.
That might be true. Yeah. That might be true.
I had that boy flustered, man. I had that boy flustered. If the refs, I mean, I couldn't get a whistle. I couldn't get a whistle. You know, that Australia team was really physical. Patty was physical. Joe English was physical. And you mean to tell me I couldn't get to the line once?
So here's the thing.
I didn't take no mid-range jump shots. I was always getting to the cup. I only took 6 threes. What happened to the other 10 shots? I didn't get touched at all? Come on, man.
They were all mid-range, Kenny.
I ain't shoot no middies. Mine was either threes or getting to the cup. I ain't get fouled not once. Come on, man. You know that ain't right.
Do you know, so the most that Patty Mills turned the ball over at St. Mary's was 6 times. Once against San Jose State. And does anyone want to guess who the other game was against that he turned the ball over 6 times?
I do want to guess.
You're making this way too difficult. There's
UOP.
No.
Was it Gonzaga? I don't know.
No. Cal State East Bay Force.
Wait a minute.
He was scared of the school.
So they played them again?
December 29th, 2007.
Wait, so you said Cal State East Bay again?
Yes.
He had nightmares. Man. Come on. He had nightmares.
That is insane.
He
saw that gym again and was like, oh, God.
Is Kenny here?
Nope.
No, I wasn't there. But I wasn't there.
That's what I'm saying. Patty Mills was asking when he got
there. That's what I'm saying.
Might have been.
Yeah, man. You know. Oh, no.
Somehow the story got better.
What happened?
I was just looking.
No, I thought it was another injury.
This made me go look at the Cal State East Bay record books. I'm hanging on by a thread. I'm now 10th all time in scoring. When I left the school, I was 7th.
Let me ask you.
I'm hanging on by a thread. I'm going to fade into Bolivian.
Like the Jeff Teague of your school.
In just 1 second, I'm going to fade into Bolivian.
I don't know, man. I might get fade into Bolivian. You know what I mean?
They ain't got no other rankings for 11 through 20. Once I'm out of the top 10, that's it.
You're forgotten.
I'm fading into Bolivian.
Like if he gets the little H.M. honorable mention.
How often do you check that record book?
Oh yeah, be honest. Be honest real quick. Yeah,
look, once every 3 years or so, because I'm trying to make sure I stay in there for points at least. The other ones, I think I'm good. Like I don't think I'm going nowhere.
Do you pop a bottle of champagne every year that you're there, like the 72 Dolphins?
Good question.
I probably should, because it ain't gonna be too much longer. I'm gonna be there. Mind you, like I said, I was 7th when I left. This was 20 years ago. I'm now 10th.
This is like when Peja finished 3rd all time in threes, and now he's like what, 25th?
So every 3 years or so, you know, I'll see what's going on. Free throw percentage, I ain't never going nowhere. I'm number 2 all time. 84%, and that's not even good enough, to be honest with you.
Bring in someone who can actually do impressions. Our man Godfrey at the punchline. What's up, buddy? Yeah, man. How are you?
Oh, I washed my hands. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
What's up, baby?
Man?
You good?
Oh, I'm good, man. We're sold out.
So okay,
that's real good.
Come to Godfrey, like I don't know why I'm here.
I mean, I remember you. I said, let me come through. You know,
we appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I came last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Well, we appreciate it, man. We thank you for coming to hang out. You don't have to stand there. There's a chair right there if you want to sit down and relax. You got to stand this. You got to stand this whole time. My man was doing his impression of Mike Brown, the New York Knicks coach, our former coach here in Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah, when you walked in, and I know your Trump impression with Dre.
Goodness.
That was so
crazy.
Man, it was so viral. And I did some more. I was at his house a couple of days ago again.
Dre's, not Trump's.
Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre. I was there hanging out again, man. Because we're working on some stuff with my buddy. So and Dr. Dre is always like we talk like a regular. It's regular now. He's like, he'll call me, oh, what's up, man?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what? Dr. Dre? That's crazy. Like, I always go, now I'm getting used to it, but it's like, because it's all social media, man. It's just like, yo, I'm a big fan. Because Big Boy hooked it up.
Okay.
Big Boy called me. He said, yo, and he called me at like 9, and I live in New York. So he called me at 9. I said, what is Big Boy calling me for? It must be something. He goes, yo, can Dr. Dre have your number? I said, oh, yeah, what for? And then I'm thinking, let me look back and make sure I didn't say nothing about Dr. Dre. I'm like, yo, because I'm always talking smack. And I said, nah. And then from there, it was just like, he's just cool, man. He's just cool, respects what I'm doing. I'm like, right on.
That impression's gonna miss a few people, but that Big Boy was crazy.
Yeah, that was Big Boy.
So
you got that right.
Where'd you grow up in the States, or like
Chicago?
Okay,
I came from Chicago. My parents Nigerian. I'm
that's what I remember.
Nigerian.
And
born in Nebraska. My father was in school in Nebraska. This is right. My parents are war people. They came from Civil War. Got out there. Father had scholarship for teaching and education, and my father was an educator, 45 years in Chicago. But Nebraska, and I don't know nothing about Nebraska. We moved to Chicago.
Got you. I only asked that because I got my family on the East Coast or whatever, and they say California specifically LA people have an accent. Like, we do not. And then they'll be like, yeah,
it depends.
Go into the core. Go to the core.
That,
like,
yeah,
bro,
there is the LA thing. Because Big Boy has that accent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's this, it's a twang. It's a weird twang. Yo, cuz, and I said it, Mark, you a Mark. Yo, cuz, you know what I mean?
Plus, like MC8.
And MC8's from, Snoop has it.
Yeah.
Certain people have it. Big Boy has his version.
Yeah.
Some have a neutral, but and I think it could be a Louisiana thing. A lot of Louisiana people.
Yeah,
come
there was
California. I don't know.
There's a lot of people from the South historically,
but different parts of the South. Because like Compton was, Compton was like all white at one time, and then black people came in, and they got treated worse when they moved. The migration in the 40s was because I was in the Midwest. There was Detroit, Chicago, St. Louis. That was that 40s migration. So a lot of people I grew up with were from Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky, Tennessee. And here, but in New York, it's like North Carolina, South Carolina, a lot of that, but here I'm thinking because you got Houston, Louisiana's by Houston. So I'm thinking a lot of people from the South here in California, maybe is more Louisiana.
I felt like
what do you know?
I just felt like I read something about her. I think it's Louisiana. I think Alabama is in there too. I think that's as far east.
It varies.
As it really goes.
Yeah, it varies on the location. Yeah, but yeah, man.
Then that white flight hit in
the white flight. I think white flight. No, they when we came, they would leave. But
I think George H.W. Bush had a house in Compton.
Probably. Yeah,
I think I did hear that too.
Yeah, because they had a TV show called the Covenant or something about 50s, the Compton and 50s, and a black family moving there and being like tortured by the white neighbors and stuff. This is Compton. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these places were like all white at one time. It's like, suburbs and city, like whites moved to the suburbs and then blacks came and then whites go, we want the city back. Then they would gentrify and run down the city. And so whites could come and price black people out, and the black people would move back out to the suburbs. So they've always redlining. There's a book called Color of Law.
Yeah.
Which a white guy wrote, so it's true. Because if it was a black, named Hassan Muhammad Khalid III wrote called "How Could They Do This to Us?" And he's on the front cover like, yeah, man, you know they redline us, man. Read my book. Everyone be like, I don't know. That's a little extreme. But this guy named Robert Rothstein wrote it.
Yeah, I talked to him once.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Man, he killed it with
He
that.
did, yeah.
Every chapter, I'm infuriated on what they've done for Black Americans, especially. I mean, and the first city to redline was San Francisco.
Well, one of the I don't want to say the bigger redlining project, maybe that's the right way to say it, but was here. It's Southland Park.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's right. Yeah.
Because San Francisco was the first.
Yeah.
Which I was like, and I'm thinking, oh, it'll be Chicago, man, because Chicago's the most segregated city to this day. I'm thinking, oh yeah, it'll be Chicago. No, San Francisco with their progressive bragging, they were the first to redline African Americans after the war. They didn't even give Black soldiers housing. They gave the better housing to the white soldiers and cramped up Black people. That's where like the project stuff started because it was for everybody. The projects were built for everybody, but then they would like cramp the Black people in and give more benefits to the white soldiers. I'm reading this going, wow. Then they built Levittown. There was a thing called Levittowns. These towns, some guy named Levitt built all these towns. And he said, make sure you don't sell to Black people. It was law. They installed, the judges knew it. They said, don't sell to Black people. Don't give them any houses. And then if you had money, make sure the mortgages are so bad that they can't afford them. So everything was designed for us not to have, and to Black Americans not to have anything.
Right.
So that's when they say, you guys got to work hard. What Black person isn't working hard? It's called slavery. I think we're Black people working harder than everybody at some point with no pay. So America was built on the backs of Black people, period. That's just facts. And I'm coming as a Nigerian, but I've read all these books since I was 18. I got books in storage. That's how many books I have. So it's like, it's facts. So when people go, you Blacks are, I go, wait a minute, shh, quiet. It was illegal for Black people to read, and now they've caught up. You had a 400-year lead. What happened? What happened, Supreme people? What happened? You're not even leading in education. It's Asians and Africans are stomping you into the ground, and Black women are the most educated in America. You had a 400-year lead. Who are you? You had a lead in sports until we showed up. What you talking about? How supreme are you? You're nothing but mediocrity, and you're calling yourself supreme? When? That's a skateboarding company. What you talking about? That's a taco flavor.
Someone tuning in right now, like, what is he performing at the punchline?
Well, some real stuff though. But I say this on stage though. This ain't no secret. I've been this dude.
You buy a house in Land Park today. You buy one of the original houses. The deed will say, I've seen it. The deed will say no Negroes after sunset.
No Negroes after. They still got sundown towns.
Yeah.
They still are. They're still deciding whether they should stop lynching Black people. They haven't signed the anti-lynching bill. They got to figure. They've already lynched a couple.
Yeah. It happened about a month ago, right? Yeah, about a month ago.
And they've been. And they just
he hung himself. Godfrey, you didn't
that's
hear
it. Well, he stung himself on a tree.
That's because Black people are known to do that.
You know who commits suicide?
The number one form of suicide. Black people.
It's most of them. It's middle-aged white men. There was a psychologist that was like he was like having therapy with a lot of middle-aged white men, and he was wondering why they were being so angry and wanting to commit suicide. Do you know what this man said? He said the reason why a lot of white men want to commit suicide was because of Black progress.
Jeez.
This is in his study. They were like, because Black people are making it.
That's
making
crazy.
It from all the disadvantages. When you had all the advantage, that's why my white guy friends, when they haven't made it, I go, you're a true loser. I don't know what to tell you, man. What's your excuse? The man got you down? I don't know what to say. And they'll come to me, go, things aren't working out. Look, this is the reason why they don't like me. I don't know what your excuse is. What do you want me to do?
You know what the funny?
We got to be 3 times better than you. That's why when that dude, CK, I don't want to use his name, when Kirk said, hey, I just, if I see a Black pilot, I don't think he's going to be good. You might want to fly with the Black pilot because they made him fly 18,000 hours more than, you know what I mean? And Tuskegee Airmen were the greatest fighter pilots ever in history. Never missed a tour, never failed on a tour. What you talking about? But it's this sickness that they have ingrained saying, you guys aren't the best. I said, there's proof saying we are dope. I mean, black people in general, black Americans are unreal. You think about it. Everyone's like this. They cut snap. White folks are the only ones bitching. It wasn't made for black folks. They got the advantage. This is the one thing I do like about Trump. It's shining the light on all the whites that are on welfare because they're the most on welfare. And black folks are like, I'm about to go to Costco. What you about to do? Because black folks have been striving without no benefits. Right. So they're not going anywhere. Yeah. And it's not the 50s. You're not going to run up on black folks because you're going to get your ass whooped. I'd watch a lot of knockouts in Walmart. There's a lot of black. When black folks are fighting you, it's coming from a different kind of infuriation. It's coming from segregation, Jim Crow, mass incarceration, police brutality. So when you get hit by one of us, it's like it's a different beatdown. You're mad because we just exist. That ain't gonna be the win in the fight.
We're mad because of what we've had to exist in.
And you're dealing with that. You're dealing with that kind of rage. And to top it off, this is lightweight on what's happened to just black people around the world. This is lightweight stuff, the brutality. And we're still forgiving you. We're still cool with you. We're still like, hey, as long as you're cool. And when a lot of times my buddies go, yo, I was at this event, right? And I was the only white guy there. I said, what happened to you? Nothing. I go, exactly. Because we're human beings. We don't care what you look like. If we see a white person come in our area, we go, well, what are they doing here? We're like, you're usually not happy with us. Why are you here? But we still treat you as long as you're a good person. You don't care. We'll be like, nah, he's cool. But in the reverse, it's like, what are you doing here? Like, why are you here? We don't like you. Why are you here? Why are you in our space?
How do we get you out? You know what I mean?
Yeah. First of all, anthropologically, why are you here? We are first here. Black folks are the oldest people on the planet, thousands of years older. You came after us through movement and mutation. You came after us. Huh? The sun don't like you. How about that? And you're mad at me, and the sun is mad at you.
The sun is mad at you.
We're people who the sun loves. We belong on this planet. We produce vitamin D when the sun hits our skin. Scientifically, this is fact. You don't. You burn. Something's off here. And you have the nerve to lay out on the beach in a place you don't own. And you're burning up from it. You're kung fu fighting.
Come on, man. Hey.
That's my ringtone. Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Hey, we talking today, baby. We talking today.
I'm just saying, it's just amazing how people come out their mouth about us. But I think it's slowly but surely people are just waking up to like shit like, yo, enough. And Trump, you can say what you want. We needed this to happen. It's horrible, but we needed this wake up. My Mexican friends, I'm like, dog, this whole, Mexican, they don't like black people. I go, no one cares. I don't care that a Mexican don't like me. You know what a Mexican racism is like? It's like going to a community college and trying to transfer your credits to Harvard. It don't work. It doesn't work. It's whack. What are you hating me for? They're picking you up. It's white organizations sending you over the border. They have some of us working because we want some money and we sellouts. But other than that, black folks haven't done anything to you, Mexico. Stop with that. Go fight the people but a lot of times people are so, we're so, embellished by white powers that they're afraid to answer the real people that are putting you and leaving you in ghettos and defunding your schools. But you want to hate black folks. We're both struggling. You know what I'm saying? Go fight the real power. But now you're getting a real taste. See, if Paul Mooney was still alive,
oh man,
he'd be like,
man,
you getting your nigga wake up call. Well, you remember when he said that?
Oh yeah,
you got your nigga wake up call. He's like, you got your nigga wake up call.
He said that on this radio station.
But it's real. But everything that Paul Mooney has said or George Collins said is coming into fruition.
Friendly reminder, this isn't a podcast.
Oh, my fault.
No, you good. You good.
They never bleep out nigga anyway. So what are we doing? They'll bleep out everything else, but our racial slur they keep in. So what's the big deal? guys. I'm sorry. I ruined your show.
Yeah, but
No, absolutely
boy-
not. You didn't ruin it.
I didn't curse.
No,
I just said-
you're fine. You're good.
you're
You're
good.
good.
And I did it in Paul Mooney's voice, so it was
So that's
character.
Paul
fine.
Mooney said it.
Because that's exactly what Paul Mooney would do.
I'm just.
I
you
had
got
was
your-
here.
You got your Negro wake up call.
Paul Mooney was one of the most intimidating human beings I ever met.
He's
would talk
intimidating. You don't know
some
what he's going to
real
say. You don't know what
That's it.
mood he's going to be in.
That's it.
And it was funny. I met his twin sons and the Mooney twins, and they were like, "You got my father down." They were like, "You and one, you got him."
Yeah.
Because there was a thing. My boy Aries, shout out to my boy Aries Spears. Aries does a Paul Mooney, and I do Paul Mooney. And Aries called me, and he said, "Yo, God, we got to." He goes, "Yo, I heard you, Paul Mooney. We got to do it. We got to go back head to head with it, right?" I said, "Oh, cool." And so we did a joke about what would Paul Mooney say about Meg Markle. And I think I know how you got to go into how Paul Mooney talks. And I said, Meg Markle, she got her Negro wake up call. Right? I said, she's not royal, you crown royal. So I said, crown royal.
Come on.
I said, you're not royal, you're crown royal.
It's the way that you end the word because he has this drawn out way.
Because
of
the way
stuff.
his punchlines are, that's the way he does punchlines.
He makes you
you're not
listen.
royal, you are crown royal.
He makes you
You're crown
listen
royal.
to what he's saying.
You are goddamn crown royal. He's like, he's like,
That's spot on.
but you know what I'm saying? But I'm a student of comedy, like for real. I mean, I know comedy from the early 1900s. First comedian to ever be recorded was Burt Williams with blackface, a Caribbean bro.
Yeah.
And he wanted to be Charlie Chaplin, but he was black. He couldn't do it. But he was light skinned like you, but he wore blackface because you were told to wear blackface. It was illegal to do monologues in front of audiences for black people. This is early New York City where I live, where I do comedy. You could not do a monologue as a black person because it was an insult to white audiences.
What years we talking about at
This is 1920s, 30s, vaudeville days. You had to be in a duo. That's why a lot of there were black comedy teams back in the day. And they had to talk like, well, Lord have mercy. Man, me done told it. Did you see the girl the other day? Well, yes. And these were educated people. Stephen Fetchit, the actor, he was an educated guy, but he had to make money.
He's a millionaire.
But he had to do it. Let me tell you, he did it on purpose because that was all he could do. Yeah. You know, there's a book.
Do you fault him for that?
No, I don't fault him. It was the time.
He is killed. History has destroyed that man.
But it needs to be explained. You know, and the funny thing is like Hattie McDaniel played, you know, she won an Oscar for Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
But she goes, I'd rather play a maid on TV than in real life. That was the only roles they got. Right. That's different. They had to do that. And they were all like well-trained, educated people. You understand? And there's a book I always tell people to read if you're into comedy. If you're just into history, I like history. There's a book called On the Real Side, Laughing, Lying, and Signifying the History of African-American Humor from Slavery to Richard Pryor by Mel Watkins. I read it in the 90s, dog. What
is it called? On the what?
On the Real Side. Just look up On the Real Side, Mel Watkins. You'll see from slavery to Richard Pryor, the history of black humor, blackface and cooning. And we didn't wear suits until the 1950s. Timmy Rogers was the first. He was friends with Red Fox. He was on Red Fox's on Sanford and Son. A lot of those people, that's why if you watch Sanford and Son, it's literally a history book because Red Fox brings all his friends from the Chitlin circuit. You got Slappy White, you got Bubba Bexley, you got all these guys that were all in the circuit. Remember, I don't know if there was Good Times. There was a character on Good Times that used to say, "My name is Lenny." And he would always sell things in his coat.
I remember him. Yeah,
he was Dap Willie Sugar Willie. He's a comic from the circuit, the chicken circuit. But this was all like historical. Red Fox was history. And these guys came from that circuit where it was cooning and all of it. Yeah, man.
Let me.
Red Fox worked with Malcolm X.
They were both
Detroit
Reds.
Red, yeah.
He knew there's a picture of him talking to Malcolm X. Detroit Red. And
they was washing dishes together.
Let me ask you this and see what you think about that. As I hear you speak about that and speak about some of the things that they had to do to make money and stuff like that, I don't feel like it's comedy so much. I feel like that has shifted towards music and hip hop because there's a lot of very intelligent people who play dumb roles
dumb
as
themselves.
musicians
Mhm.
and rappers,
Yep.
just because that's the way to make money. Like they very come from good families.
No,
come from good neighborhoods.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to turn this down. It's just like everybody was.
But they come from good families. They're educated. You know, they college educated. These people have gone to college.
I know some people with
come back-
degrees that are engineers that are going. Well, I'm like, wow.
Man.
I never ever succumb to that kind of coonery. I'm silly, not a problem, but I always kept it intelligent. Maybe it could intimidate people, but I'm okay being smart. I'm okay. I learned. What am I learning for? I'm okay infusing that into my comedy. I like it. I like my stuff above the rim. That's the way I feel. Yeah. I don't judge anybody, but I be knowing, I go, dog, you're like a college grad. Yeah. You're a mathematician. Why are you talking like that? Every other joke is the N-word all the time. And like I said, that's on you, but you're faking it. You're not. Are you really that guy? Are you just insecure and you got to use that word so that you can seem a little lower than the audience? I want to be above you. I like being smart because other people rise with you. They'll be like, man, you got me reading. I read that, man. I read that. I go, yeah, because I know you smart. Because the stuff I was talking about, you knew exactly what I was talking about. But you think because a black person has to be in this paradigm of not only knowing a couple things. I go, you know about astronomy. You do know. You know about it, don't you? Yeah, I do. You know about the museum of da-da-da. Yeah, I do. Then why aren't you talking about it? We watch the most stuff in America. We're the biggest consumers in television. It was black people. You watch everything. When I do a joke about country music and I'll sing a song. I do a Kenny Rogers. You know, you got to know when to hold them. Like we were singing it word for word. I
Gambler, yeah.
You know the Gambler, but you feel like as a black person, you close yourself into. I go, but we were the first thinkers and the first mathematicians, architects, seamen. We were the first. Education came from us.
We call those white songs black people love.
Yeah, but those are black songs, though. I mean, Lionel Richie wrote "Lady" for Kenny Rogers.
That's right. Yeah.
Kenny called Lionel Richie and said, "I need you to write me some songs."
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? This is black stuff, man. That's why you like it.
Paul McCartney did that with Mike.
Because it comes from the source is black. Country's black. What are you talking about? Like, but this is not a weird thing. It's like when you know the history, you don't go, wow, I see black kids in a rock band. Yeah, this is what we did first. You know what I mean? Yep. You got to watch. There's another a documentary called the band called Death.
Okay.
About the Hackney Brothers, 1973. They predate the Ramones in punk rock.
Okay.
Black dudes in Detroit made an album out of their bedroom. Parents were pastors and supported them. They predate the punk dudes, the white punk dudes, the Hackney Brothers. Look it up. It's a great documentary. It's so good. Wow. They predate them. So punk is mainly black. Most punk black rock bands are black. Yeah. From Bad Brains to Dead Milkmen to they're black. You just don't know because you don't listen to punk. You're like, oh, it's black. Most of them. But they don't say nothing. Yeah. But I'm from Chicago. That's where a lot of punk started in Chicago. So I used to go watch punk bands. Black. Like, what? What's going on here? Plenty of them. Plenty. There's Paradox. There's a band called Paradox. This black rock band. Young black dudes killing it right now. Punk band. Yeah. But this is what we did. We were playing guitar first. What are you talking about? Sister Rosetta Tharpe.
It reminds me.
You know Sister Rosetta Tharpe, right?
No.
You got to look up Sister Rosetta Tharpe from the 40s and 50s. She could play. I think she taught Elvis how to play guitar. This black woman, better guitarist than most of them.
So I'm remembering the lead for Living Color.
Yeah, that's remember Corey. How I know Corey 20 years.
So
Corey Glover.
They were like, yo, like black people playing this type of music. He's like, we've been playing this type of music forever.
Lenny Kravitz.
He was the first person I ever heard say that. First black person.
I had a 2-hour conversation with Lenny Kravitz because he was a fan of mine. Lenny said, you remind me of me. I was always that guy that did the smart stuff and people, because as a rock dude, I was always getting resistance from my own people. And I go, that's so stupid. It's like, this is what 1883, a guy named Robert Fleming created like the acoustic guitar, because they give, credit to, what's his name? Les Paul. That's, Jimi Hendrix's famous guitar that he played in Woodstock is Les Paul who created that. But there's Fender. But I go, there's a black dude that made the acoustic guitar in 1883. We were playing the Beatles. The Beatles, they bow down to Leadbelly. You know who Leadbelly is? Leadbelly is a black folk singer from the 30s and 40s. He wrote over 100 songs. That's where the Beatles copied from Leadbetter. Look them up. You see him, dark skinned man. What are we talking about? Red Hot Chili Peppers. They got everything from George Clinton. Mm-hmm. They said they inducted George Clinton into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They were like, we are the reason why we're butt naked on stage. The Parliament was doing it in 77. Like what we are the first eclectic ones. All that weird stuff. Clinton had been eclectic. Right. George Clinton came from the Parliament. He was in a doo-wop group. He sang doo-wop in the 50s, George Clinton, before he did funk. What are we doing here, guys? Yeah. You got to look stuff up, man. I just look stuff up. I look stuff. My father trained me to research. Mm-hmm. He goes, look it up. You look it up. Always look it up. And I look it up. Then I go deeper. I go, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Grunge music, like Nirvana. You had Stained. You had all these groups. I loved grunge music. You had Creed, Scott Stapp, Creed, all of that. Incubus. The mother of grunge music is a black woman, Tina Bell. She created grunge music. And guess who was her roadie, who helped her with her equipment? Kurt Cobain, Seattle. It's a black lady named Tina Bell. They call her Bam Bam. I just looked it up. We started it, man. I'm done. I'm okay with us being the origin, bro. Yeah. Hockey is 1895, the colored hockey league, 22 years before the NHL. There's a book called Black Ice. White dude wrote it.
So it's true.
And they did it 30 by 30. They did ESPN. They did a thing on it.
I'm going to have to check that
Black
out.
hockey. Yeah. I got the book. We created it 22 years before the NHL. The slap shot, shot and the crease is black because from the war. It was like there was Africaville. And I performed. It's in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And I performed in Nova Scotia. I went to the church where they had a big Africaville. Because the soldiers would come there from Jamaica, all this, and they built a whole town and they bulldozed it over like they always do, like Tulsa.
Yeah.
And there's just the church still standing. I've been there 4 times. And we created hockey from that. And ever since then, we've been skating on thin ice.
This game right here, man. This knowledge right here, man.
And
here's they went there from Jamaica?
Like it was just like Caribbean soldiers. It was a whole bunch. And the Micmac.
And that's Canada, right?
Canada. And Micmac Indians created hockey. And you'll know the Native Americans and black, the ones that say, the black people that go, oh no, I've never been a slave. It's black Indians because they would label them as Negroes. They were dark. It's facts, man. Now, I'm not saying the ones from Siberia. You got the ones that have those are the ones that come from Siberia, with the Bering Strait, the Bering Strait that connects. That's why you go, where's that Asiatic face coming from? Yo, man, listen. The first black hockey player in the NHL was Willie O'Ree for the Boston Bruins. Guess where he was from? Nova Scotia. That's where The Rock's dad is from.
Wow. That's right.
Rock Johnson was the first.
That's right.
He was in the Soul Patrol, the first super famous black wrestler. Yeah. He came from Nova Scotia.
I know he came from Nova Scotia.
He's from Nova Scotia. Yeah, they have a huge black history in Nova Scotia, man. I was musicians. Man. I was digging. I was like, yo, what? Oh, wow. They won't say nothing because they believe you won't go find out. I know this stuff. I'm like, what? Let me look up. But I looked up black hockey on my own. Because I had friends growing up in Chicago that played hockey. They were black. Yeah. They were Haitian dudes. My friend Fitzgerald, they would play hockey. I was used to seeing black dudes play hockey. Yeah. And so I was like, man, let me look it up. Origin of hockey. Let me look up color because you got to be specific with the search engine. If you just go hockey players, they'll show all white. It's like when you watch porn, you got to make sure you're specific. Oh, you ain't gonna get the right. Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. You're fine.
Because they'll say if you don't. I want to say porn not because I'm trying to be nasty, but I'm trying to do an analogy. The search engine for porn, if you just go pretty girls, it'll just be all white women. That's all they show. But if you go black, ebony, chocolate, Negro, give me some. Black girls. If you want Asian, you gotta be like Miss Honey, yellow, then I'm telling you. And it's the same way with information on Google. You have to go black inventors, black, and then Google just goes bang, and it's right there. You don't have to run to the library. You don't have to dig up in a book. It's right there. You just got to know what to. That's just me. I just love history.
Yeah.
And history makes you walk different.
Well, and you talked about people not looking stuff up. I feel like social media has doubled down on that. Like they're gonna put something out there.
Listen,
they know you ain't gonna go look.
First of all, you got to give credit to social media. You know how many people are doing history stuff now on social media? There's so many. You got to.
Yeah, I just don't know what to believe anymore.
No, but listen, what you do is you do that, and then you check, you look up, and say, "Let me see if it's right." Yeah, there's like
fact check.
There's individuals that are like, "Do you know back in 18?" There's so many people doing it. There's even a Mexican dude that I follow who talks about Mexican contributions. Like, Flores, the Raiders coach, he was the first Mexican quarterback in the NFL. First Mexican was Flores, Tom Flores, who used to be the coach for the Raiders. Mm-hmm. He was the first Mexican. This Mexican dude is doing the history. I was like, oh, yo. And there's another Japanese dude that does history of Asians. And he goes, Bambi was created by a Japanese illustrator. Bambi, a lot of them. I never knew that. But they always follow what we do. They're doing history of Asian. I'm learning all this stuff, man, because I follow those accounts. Right. I'm getting sick ass hit. It's on Instagram. Your phone listens to it. Listens to you.
So your
phone is the algorithm gonna go crazy today.
It's gonna have all kind of hockey, black. You can look up colored hockey league and see black people in the 1800s with hockey sticks on a team. It's insane. And I went to Canada, and I was doing a joke about black people being better than white people in sports on purpose because I knew somebody was going to yell out hockey. I baited them. I was like, yo, we're so much better than you in football. We whooping, yo. And then one guy goes, yo, dude, what about hockey, man? I go, man, I'm so happy you brought that up. I got to tell you, can you do me a favor? He goes, yeah. I go, hey, look up Colored Hockey League on your phone and then stand up and read it to me. And he read it and everybody was like, oh my God. I go, yeah, you thought the only thing black was the puck? Bruh. Yeah.
Yo,
that's the kind of guy I am. I'm just, and James, you see the Black Hockey League?
Yeah, right.
You see that? Click that. Click that.
That's going I think that took us off the screen. Hang on. I got you.
Okay.
I got you. Hang on.
Watch. You're gonna freak out. Watch.
And this is so dope. I'm getting texts left and right now. Like, yo, this is dope. He's dropping knowledge. This is fantastic. Like, but this is the stuff that it's so accessible. I'm learning stuff by listening to you and just being able to do research and hearing something from you and saying, oh man, I want to check this out when I get home and all this other stuff.
And for me, it's fun. I go, wow, and just to think about the times at which it happened when it was impossible for us to do anything. They didn't want you. No blacks. No. And they still made it. Yo, come on. Look, people got their PhD. I met a lady who came to my show in DC. They were all NASA scientists, all black women, NASA, math. This one lady got her PhD. Oh, she was the first at Alabama University. Alabama, Roll Tide, first to get her PhD in physics.
Wow.
She's living history at my show. She's like maybe 50. First to get PhD in physics at Alabama.
That's amazing.
You know what I'm saying? It's like what did we invent? You go the light bulb, you go Thomas Edison didn't really invent a lot of stuff. He stole a lot of stuff. Because we used to think Thomas Edison, but there's Bam Bam right there.
Yeah.
And she fine too. She died. She died of like overdose, but she was like 55.
And you said Kurt Cobain was
her roadie. She is the godmother of
right there. Yeah.
Grunge. Black woman.
Man.
And they won't say nothing. They'll keep quiet about it.
I would have never known.
No, they won't say nothing because they want to seem like they're the best. They want to keep black, especially children, in a box. All we do is rap. It's not the truth. We were jazz players before that. Charlie Parker, Miles, we were doing that first, man. Haven't you seen the documentary of jazz on PBS, the 10-part series? Go watch that. And it's Keith David is narrating. You know Keith David? Look up.
Yeah.
Remember What About Mary? Remember Dead Presidents? He was curly.
Yeah.
He did that weird show I was telling you about that I think Robin Givens was in. Man, what I know exactly who
he does
Requiem
about. For a Dream. He's a black actor.
Yeah.
He has a voice like this.
Yes, great voice.
He's done
everything.
He does. Yeah. He did the Gargoyle. He does a lot of cartoons too. Batman. He is the narrator.
He's a legend.
It's
absolutely.
If you look up Ken That's Keith
he's
David.
A legend.
He just got his star in Hollywood, and I texted him, and he's
still doing something. Wasn't he on
he's on
Family That Prays?
That's it. That's right.
Yeah,
so he's a master voiceover man. So he does a lot of the Ken Burns. You got a PBS, the best. There's Jackie Robinson. There's it's so good. The Ali one is dope. So Ken Burns is the best documentary maker. If you see the 10-part series of Jazz, bro,
I'm tapped in. I gotta check.
And Jazz was created in New Orleans by a man named Buddy Bolden. Black people created jazz. Period. And you see all these white folks. The white artists could just play jazz and get all the accolades. Duke Ellington didn't get on Time magazine because he was black. Duke Ellington, the king of big bands. But another Brubeck, another guy did. Duke Ellington had to come. On his door, there was the Time magazine. They gave it to a white jazz dude, and Duke Ellington had to tell him, hey, man, you're on the cover. Because Duke couldn't get it because he was black. Go watch these things, man.
That's crazy.
Unforgivable Blackness is also another one that, Keith, it's about Jack Johnson. You know Jack Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to watch it. Samuel Jackson plays Jack Johnson in the documentary, in the voiceover. But Keith David is the main. Jack Johnson, watch that. The first heavyweight champion.
They couldn't do nothing with Jack.
And he was messing with white women and knocking people out.
They couldn't do nothing about it.
That's the worst sport you can have, boxing. At that time, you mean I could beat that dude up and he called me the N-word? Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
You know what's
ring the bell. And they used to do 36 rounds to the death.
Yeah, something crazy.
And Jack Johnson would beat these dudes into where they're unrecognizable. While 30,000 white folks are going, you nigga. He's like, keep talking. Yeah. Bop, bop.
There was no knockout.
No.
Like it was like, oh, you went down, you get up, go again.
But I'm saying that this is important to know this. We are innovators. We're not just, it wasn't just basketball. And no, science-wise, you got Charles Drew with plasma. We discovered plasma. Charles Drew, Omega Psi-Phi, he blood transfusions because of a black dude. And then he got in a car accident and couldn't go to the hospital because he was black. And he just discovered plasma and blood transfusion.
Amazing.
Right? And we could talk about Daniel Hale, first open heart surgery, black guy. And then that role that Mos Def played, it's a movie with him and Alan Glickman. You know Alan, the guy who played Snape in Harry Potter. He's the doctor. There was a guy named Vivian Thomas who was not even trained in surgery and helped out with all the surgery. Vivian Thomas, you can look him up, guy with the pipe. Vivian Thomas was instrumental in surgeries, cardiac surgeries. Black dude. I mean, what are we talking about? Our security system is Mary Van Brighton is a nurse out of Queens in 1966. That's why we have ADT, because of a black woman that created it. Wow. Sanitary napkins, Kenner. We got laser eye surgery, Dr. Bath. What are we talking about here? What's this black stupidity they talking about, man? It's not the truth.
And all this stuff that wasn't created by black people was experimented on black people when they didn't know what they were doing.
Well, there's a book called Medical Apartheid. Look that up. And you wonder why black people like, I ain't going to the
doctor. That's right. Yeah.
I ain't going to I never understood that.
Yeah.
Until this book, it is tough.
The things they would do to black women.
But they just knocked down his statue. Marion Mims. He's the father of gynecology. He would take black women slaves and operate on them with no anesthesia. Do everything to their vaginal area. Everything. And then he would put in the journals he worked on white women, which wasn't the truth. And all, like, Grey's Anatomy, not the TV show, but the actual book.
The book, yeah.
I was a pre-med major in college. So Grey's Anatomy is an actual book of the body. They would use black slaves. They would buy black slaves to do experiments on them, cut them up. And so then they would draw in the books the muscles of a white body, but they were all used. It was black bodies they used. This is all facts. And then there's Henrietta Lacks. You know about that. All cancer research is done because they unknowingly stole a black woman's cancer cells in the 50s to work on research now. It's because of black women. Henrietta Lacks. Look her up. And black women have the Eve gene. It's a special mitochondrial gene because black women can create any race, period. Any race. Because everybody comes from black women. And if they have, every black woman has the E gene, you wonder why a lot of them are missing. Okay. I mean, James Baldwin says when you're conscious, you're always enraged. So, hey,
Yeah,
I made a mistake and read a lot of books.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
And then whenever someone talks to me, I go, I don't believe you. You're lying to me. They're like, no, but you're lying. It's not the truth. See, when you have the truth, you are kind of free though. I ain't gonna front.
This was a treat.
That's our man Godfrey right there.
Man.
Yeah, everyone's like, yo, damn, this
was a very good show. I'm very proud to be here.
Okay.
You know what I love is Black history. I love it. It's so good because the white man was bad. We were very bad. We were very, very mean to you. We were mean.
Might be number one.
Even though I fired everybody black on my staff, I did. I have. But you guys, your history is fantastic. That's why we're afraid. That's why we have to get rid of you. You're so good. You're so strong. Jesus, you're so strong. You guys are so good.
Come on, man. Hey, that's
ICE is having a problem because when you guys run, we can't get you. It's so bad. We got to get more. That's why we have black people on ICE, because we got to catch the black people too. We need people to catch up. They got sprinting power.
Man, that's Godfrey.
I don't know. I just went on a little thing, but I love the history.
I don't want this to end. You've got to go. Your person left like 30 minutes ago. I don't know where she went.
She right there. She laughing.
Oh, okay.
She's like, as long as y'all making money, I'm here. But no, I just saying that I love talking about. I always think people say, well, what can I do to start on Black history? Go to inventors, innovation. Go see what we've done. Refrigeration is McKinley, Black. Come on, man. Light bulb, doorknob, mailbox, the roller coaster, Granville T. Woods. Edison tried to steal his stuff. Granville T. Woods. I'm
gonna tell you, I'm tapped into a bunch of this stuff. I'm gonna go back and
go get Black inventors, and you're gonna go radiator.
Yes, sir.
The radiator. We can keep going. Sir. Also, GPS, Gladys West. She's still alive. She's in her 90s. GPS, Black woman. Caller ID. We can keep Shirley Jackson 3D imaging. They're still alive, man. We are dope.
This was great.
that whole the N-word, that image was done on purpose. But even those hardcore cats are some of the smartest people. The hustler game, everybody trying to hustle. Ain't nobody's out hustling a black dude or a black woman. Black women are hustlers. Hustling is another form of intelligence. It comes from having nothing. And that intelligence we have, that's still a form of intelligence. Yeah. Still is. Please, man.
This was a treat.
We're dope, man. We're dope. We all got to know. I don't care what status. I don't care where you're from. We're all dope. You know who? I did Marshawn Lynch's. I did his podcast the other day, Beast Mode, and Marshawn goes, "Man, you smart as hell, dog. Man, yo, what? Yo, I'm hanging with you, dog. I'm his biggest fan. But I go, but Marshawn, you're just as smart as me. There's stuff I don't know that you can teach me. It's the same. My father always say we all have the same brain. It's what you put in it. It's what you're interested in. Marshawn, you probably know every stat on every blah, blah, blah. You know how smart you were? Look at the way you ran on the field. That's physical intelligence. You're that good, that quick. That's intelligence, man. Yeah. We're all dope in our own way. There's some cats that are smart in math. I'm not that great, man. I'm okay in math. We're all dope, man. I'm not letting these cats tell me we ain't. I don't fall for that okie doke no more.
Straight up.
And you got to understand, I'm from Chicago. I would go see the minister as a young kid. I would go see minister, and then when he speaks live, it's a different ball game. You're like, what? Okay.
You're saying minister like Minister Farrakhan.
Yeah. I would see him live. I would see him live when he was younger. When he was like, I'm wrong, and I was there. What? Stokely Carmichael came to my college. Frances Cress Welsing, we brought her in. ISIS papers. I sat with these people. What you gonna tell me? This is how I walk. I walk like that. I walk with that. I walk with it because I know. When you know, I'm not letting somebody because you don't like. I don't care about all that. Oh, you didn't get a sitcom because I love myself. All right. What? Because I don't love I love myself. That's why I don't get a sitcom. You could eat you know what? Please, man. My pride in my folks, you guys, and women from African Americans to Caribbeans, all of us, is the first thing and foremost thing. That's why I get out of bed and smile, because I go, we're dope. And this is not about supremacy. It's about, why do I love my friends that are white and Asian? Because I love myself. Right.
Right.
That's why I love my friends. They go, Godfrey, but you seem like I don't hate none of you.
Right.
I love myself, but loving myself, I got to learn about myself. And unfortunately, our history is you guys hating us. But you need to learn that for yourself. It's a detriment when you don't learn it. But you can become better than that. Stop crying and deflecting. How about just learn it and go, oh, imagine if you're Native American and none of your people are around. Imagine that. You should learn about that. Stop bitching and crying about what you did. But you'll go to rehab for alcoholism in a heartbeat. You'll go there, right? I got friends in AA. They'll go there, right? AA and learn. I go, well, how did you recover? I had to be honest with myself. I had to do the 12-step, the miracle book they use. I had to go through the 12-step program. And you got to be honest. You got to say, hi, my name's Tom. I'm an alcoholic. That's how you learn. Well, there's an ism. What about racism? You should, go to the 12 steps and become a better person. That's all I'm saying. Listen, that's all I'm saying, man. And if you're mad at that, then you shouldn't be on this planet. You're not a human being. What are you here for if you don't evolve? Muhammad Ali was unapologetic. Mm-hmm. Right? He said, I don't care. I'm fighting for black folks. I'm fighting for black people. I'm fighting for black folks, my freedom. I don't care about the money. Some of you people want to be sellouts and you want to sell out your people. I will never sell out my people. I didn't want to go to Vietnam because ain't nobody calling me the N-word. I'm right here. You calling me the N-word. I can't even drink water at the St. What? He's a hero. I went to college with two of his daughters, Rashida and Jamila. Ali is my hero. Malcolm is my hero. What? George Carlin, hero. Wow. That's what I deal with. So how am I gonna walk? I don't do sucker stuff, man. I don't do that. I'm not no sucker. I'm just. But I love people. I want to be successful. But we're gonna be successful on my terms. On my terms. I'm not turning around looking and say, why did I do that? This is really topped it off. I remember being in Tampa. You know, Tampa hood. So I perform in Tampa. I'm always in Florida. And I'm walking to my hotel and I see these doughboys, like real teeth. They shining, they got their trucks and they talking. They saw me, they spotted me. Hey, dog, yo, man, get over here, man. So I came over there. I can't run because it's Tampa. They got speed. So I went over there and they say, hey, man, we want to let you know, man, we seen you so place. Man, we watching you, dog. Everything you do, man. We love what you're doing for us, man. We love what you're doing. I know you probably look at like other people that are higher than you, but the fact that you keeping your integrity, dog, you ain't doing no cooning, nothing. You ain't doing none of that, dog. The streets like you. We love you for that, man. Yeah. You know how much that meant to me, dog? And I do this because I want to. This is just how I'm built. They said, we love what you're doing, dog. You ain't doing all that cooning stuff, man. That's real talk. That meant like, I was on cloud 9 when I heard that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's me for real. I don't do it because I'm just trying to be. That's just me naturally.
And we see it.
You know, and that's not me. It's not hating anybody. I love my friends. And there are black people I don't like. Plenty. Plenty. That I'm like, oh, no, I don't. Here come this mud. This mud. Right. But, you know, I stand on that. And I think when you have a foundation, you can still be successful. There's always a way. If somebody can invent something in the 1800s, when black folks weren't allowed in schools, there were some black people that studied in the grass because they weren't allowed in class and still get their PhD. I'm crying about a sitcom. Come on, man. Let's get real here, man. Let's get real. Let's get real. For real. That's it. But that motivates you to do. You see, it helps you. It builds you. That's why history is important. They say, why don't we just move on? You can't move on if you don't know your history. You guys are sports guys. What's the first thing you talk about when you're dealing with an athlete? What they did before. Oh, he was on this team. He scored this many. That's how they recruit people. What did you do before? That's how you move forward. Do we recruit him? Do we put him on the team? Well, he was last year. He was player of the game. Even when you watch sports, when they're talking, they're like, he's batting 254 last week. It's always the past. When you go to the hospital, what do? What do they bring out? The first thing, your medical history. They go, fill this out. Do you have smoking in your family? What if they just said, okay, open your ass cheeks. Let's see what's going on here. What? Yeah, we're just gonna check. I'm just gonna dig in your butt.
Questions about the doctor.
I'm just gonna dig in your butt and see what's going on. I start from the anus. You feel me? You have to go medical history first. History is always how you move forward on everything, right? You build a building, they got to go, well, what is the structure? Well, what's the history of that? What's the pipe? It's all history, but when it comes to us, they tell us to move on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we're messed up. That's why we walk around, you need that foundation. And you go, oh, okay. Now I know how to deal with, okay.
Yeah.
You see, it's called cerebral kung fu for me.
Oh, that's why you got that ringtone.
Kung fu fighting.
Yeah, no,
but up here, cerebral kung fu. So when someone comes at you with nonsense, you go, nah. Someone say, you guys are you monkeys. I go, no, you guys are genetically closer to monkeys than we are. That's all facts. They're genetically closer to monkeys. Do people call them monkeys? And I have a joke. I go, how are we monkeys when you have thin lips and take things that don't belong to you? That's a monkey. You know?
Where real quick, how many shows?
I have 2 shows tonight, sold out. 2 shows tomorrow, sold out. And yesterday, Thursday, packed. It was like great. Sold out, but I think there might be some extra. Maybe standing room only or something. But yeah, man, that club is great. It's your only club, I think. Punchline?
Nah, we got one more, but it don't matter. Yeah,
Punchline was fire. I don't even understand.
Everybody come through the Punchline.
How is that not packed all weekend? That club is great. It's like intimate.
Yeah,
it's dope, man. So it's by the sleep train.
Yeah, sleep
mattress, like the mattress place. Yeah. But I don't think they've ever sold a mattress.
I don't think so.
California Fish Grill is really good. It's right below Punchline.
Is it really good?
It's really good.
Okay. Thank you for telling me that because I need. Is it kind of healthy?
It's very healthy.
I need that. Yeah. So I know I'm trying to. I went to In-N-Out yesterday. My burger's bad. Oh, that burger's banging. Fries is trash, but the burgers
are underrated. Don't do that.
They're a little, but I still eat them. But that burger is fire. But yeah, that's all. That's just my whole thing is just knowing that is what keeps you going. For all those people that sacrifice themselves for us, I think it's our duty to go, recognize.
Straight up.
How you going to be in an art form and you don't study who came before you? That's just dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Michael Jordan goes, nah, man, Elridge Cleaver, Dr. J, he knows his history.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a normal thing to do in human life is to know your history. But when it comes to us, they know when we look, we'll go, oh, so you were being really nasty to us. Because that's why they're like, don't move on, because they know how horrible they've been. And there's another book called Delectable Negro. You should read it. How they ate us. They ate us. Yeah, look up Delectable Negro. Look it up.
We appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
This was fire.
Yes.
This was the blackest hour in the history of this show.
I'm sorry.
And we've had some black hours.
We've had some
black hours.
Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. That's Public Enemy, 1988.
That's our man Godfrey right there at the punch.